and more than 5,470 algorithms that process the data, ID Nutrition recommends what you need, leaves out what you don't, and blocks things known to the system to have possible adverse effects based on the answers you provide. The result is a program that is revolutionizing the health and wellness industry. Welcome to ID Life. For more information, just go to thedougstewartshow.idlife.com. That's thedougstewartshow.idlife.com. Do you have your own radio show? Are you an artist or a DJ? BB Mobile Apps is the solution for you. They specialize in creating mobile apps for entertainers. That's right. You can have your own mobile app where your followers can hear your shows or music, watch your videos, and view all your social networks in one place. You can even make money with banner ads and send push notifications directly to your audience to make sure they get your messages. Everyone has their phones on them, right? A mobile app will add credibility to your brand because your content will be accessible to them while they're on the go. BB Mobile Apps also makes apps for bloggers, actors, and producers. The process only takes about 20 minutes. Just go to bbmobileapps.com and click Get Started Now. That's bbmobileapps.com and tell them the Doug Stewart Show sent you. This is Doug Stewart from the 2 Live Stews here to tell you about the team at Strickland Security. Let's face it. The metro Atlanta area is a great place to live, but like most major cities, it has a crime problem. There's nothing more important than ensuring the safety of your family and your home. And for business owners, protecting your business is critical because it's your livelihood. Strickland Security can satisfy all of your security needs. The staff at Strickland Security has a combined 55 years of experience in the business of protecting people and property. From alarm systems to uniformed security guards and everything in between, Strickland Security has an affordable solution for you. To see a list of all their security services, visit their website at stricklandsecurity.com or give them a call at 800-422-9075. That's 800-422-9075. Again, that's stricklandsecurity.com.
Yo, I ain't seen you in a minute, but I got something to tell you.
Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show.
See the thing about you that caught my eye is the same.
Throwback Thursday 2001. Thank you for joining your boy. The number to the show is 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Kind of like some side stories with this NBA free agency stuff, and this segment is brought to you by my folks from Strickland Security. Strickland Security has over 55 years combined experience in the business of protecting your home with quality alarm systems. They're not going to try to upsell you or anything like that. They can fix your alarm system. They can give you a basic alarm system starting at just $15, or they can give you like the coup de grace alarm systems with all the bells and whistles. All right. They also have a celebrity night out service where they pick you up and take you out on the town with security guards. They have a neighborhood watch program that they can put you down with. Holla at my folks online at stricklandsecurity.com. That's stricklandsecurity.com, and tell them that the Doug Stewart Show sent you. We're taking it back to 2001 today, and I'm going to get into your chat here in a second, but two kind of like little side stories that not really big in relative terms to everything that's happened over our NBA free agency this period, is Richard Jefferson said he's coming back. Yeah, Richard Jefferson said he's coming back to play for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They won a ring. At the parade, he asked the crowd, do they want him to come back? And Richard Jefferson's like, you know what, I'm feeling pretty good. I can make a lot of money. The NBA salary cap is going up next year. So in the second year of this thing, not this coming year, but the following year, he's going to get paid a lot. That's going to get kicked up even more. So he's going to come back. And you know what? Why not? I talked about this a couple of weeks ago with boxers, or maybe it was last week. It's hard to just walk away from money. You know in your heart of hearts that you're not the same player. And clearly Richard Jefferson knows he's not the same player, but he's still relatively good. They needed him this year to win that championship. And, in his mind, he's like, I'm not the guy I was 15 years ago. But if they want to give me this money, I got to take it while I can. Get it while the getting's good. And so he's going to come back, man. Going to come back for 2 years for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Ball award to him. I ain't mad at you. Get that money. To quote the great Don King, if you're an old school Two Live Stews listener, you'll remember we interviewed the great Don King, and I can't remember what the conversation started about, but at some point in the interview, the great Don King uttered the phrase, "Get that money, get that money, get that money. Get the money, Stews." That's what he said. He says, "Get the money, Stews. Get the money." And I'm not mad at Richard Jefferson for that. And also, speaking of getting the money, and even a bigger, crazier story, I think maybe, Ray Allen, who hadn't played basketball in 2 years, says that he wants to make a comeback. Him and his representatives, man, have reached out to the Golden State Warriors, to the Cleveland Cavaliers, the San Antonio Spurs, and the LA Clippers. All right? And, you know, the whole debate about switching, trying to join super teams, I've been talking about it the last couple of days as well. It's much different when you're talking about a veteran player. And Ray Allen is a super veteran player because his ass already been retired. And Ray Allen wants to come back. You know, he was always one of the most in shape, most athletic guys to play the game. And Ray Allen played for like 18 years or something crazy like that. So you know he's probably been at home, still getting his light workout on. But Ray Allen has a skill set that every team needs and that he's not going to lose. Like, I would understand if he was known for, like, dunking the basketball like Vince Carter or something like that. But no, Ray Allen is a shooter. He's a guy that you can bring up off the bench, give him about 12, 13, 15 minutes, and he'll serve a great purpose for the money that you're going to pay him. And so he's reaching out to some of the higher upper echelon teams in the NBA saying, if y'all want me, man, I'll come out of retirement. So I think that's a cool story as well. Yeah, what are y'all thoughts on that? You know what? I almost believe, though, because one negative thing about, you know, this whole conversation about players teaming up with each other is that it's going to make the league weaker. You know, you're going to have, you know, 4 or 5 teams, these same 4 teams that Ray Allen are reaching out to, that's just going to be so dominant. It's going to be, you know, without a question that one of these teams are going to make it to the finals. I almost wish the NBA would constitute some type of waiver system. All right, you don't even have to play it in a professional sports league to understand how the waiver system works if you play fantasy sports. All right, basically the worst team in the league would have first right of refusal to a player, and so that's for players that get waived, that get cut in the league. But maybe they should add that waiver type thing to free agents as well. I don't know, free agents or guys that are retired or whatever. And it's just pie in the sky, man. But they're going to have to implement something in the NBA in particular, man, that's going to offset, you know, all of the best players trying to go play for the same 3-4 teams. I mean, it's just unbelievable, man. What are your thoughts? 404-382-0338 from That Ninja in the chat room on Spreaker.com. And thank you so much for your interactiveness. From That Ninja says, aggression only respects equal and greater aggression. Not marching, not voting, not singing, not praying, aggression. And I guess he's talking about the whole Black Lives Matter and what's happened over the last couple of days. I hear you, bruh. I hear you, but the problem with that is if you were to go into some type of all-out, you know, and I even hate talking in these terms. I'll just avoid that. Let me just say this. I think that, and I don't know the answers, and I talked about it earlier, I don't know the answers of what's going to change, what's going on right now in this country as far as, black men are concerned. I think that the most rational thing that we can do as a people is to hurt them in their pockets. When I say them, I'm talking about the establishment. I'm talking about the establishment in this country. Hurt them in their pockets because it seems like that's the only thing that this country listens to is the economics of a situation. And I don't know how, because the problem is, man, supporting our communities, man, it isn't the first priority for a lot of people. A lot of people always talk about, oh, I'm not spending no money in the hood and this, that, and the other. And you go spend the money with the other man. Not the brother man, but the other man, as they say. If there was a concerted effort to take black dollars, man, and only spend them in our community, that would really, really cause change. It really would. Everything else you're talking about, man, you got to remember, Ninja, black people only like 8-9% of the population in this country, bruh. That's it. We don't have the guns. We don't have the weaponry. If you're talking to the extreme of what I think you're talking about, what you're referring to, and aggression and fighting back and by any means necessary, I get all of that, bruh. But we ain't got half the firepower, man, and the weaponry that most of the establishment has in this country. So what you're talking about, man, if you're talking full scale of what I think you're talking about getting slaughtered. Simple as that. Simple as that, bruh. You're talking about getting slaughtered. And I understand a lot of times, man, you have to do extreme things for a cause. I get it, bruh. But the most rational way, and really it's not that hard, the most rational way, man, is hurt them in your pocket. Even that can extend to boycotting products. And when I say boycotting products from a sports perspective, what those boys did in Missouri last year, that works. Okay? If somehow, man, I've been talking about this for 15 years, man. I've been talking about for 15 years that if the best black players were to leave Division I PWI schools and go to historically black colleges, man, they can instantly shift the power. And it's not like you go to HBCU and because they don't have facilities like the big boys or they're not on TV like the big boys, that you still won't go pro. All right? I just talked about my homeboy Robert Porcher. He was a first-round draft pick 15 years ago. So it's possible. But if you do like an organized boycott, like if the players at LSU right now, down there in Baton Rouge, where Alton Sterling was killed mercilessly a couple of days ago, if the players at LSU right now says unless charges are brought up on these cops, we are not playing damn football. You watch how fast they act. You watch. You watch. You watch. If those boys said we ain't playing football for no LSU, we ain't playing football, period. You watch how fast the government, the city government, the state government gets up off their ass and charges those policemen down there. The guy that killed the dude, Alton Sterling. So, I mean, the problem is, man, is it's been instilled in us going back 400 years from what we read. This crab in a bucket syndrome, man, where we can't galvanize and come together and organize and come together, man. It's just a real bad situation for black people, man. It's a very bad situation. You got stuff on videotape, and this Walter Scott case in Charleston, I keep going back to that because that's probably outside of what happened a couple of days ago to Alton Sterling, where we actually saw it on video, is just the most disturbing thing that I can ever remember seeing in my life. This dude's running away. The cop shoots him in the back 8 times. Okay? And I keep going back to that because they're still dragging that case along. That's almost been 2 years. And that cop should have been under the jail like within a couple of weeks. I mean, damn a trial. But it's possible that he may not even go to jail. And listen, I don't want to. What I'm going to do is I'm going to read your posts and your chat, because what'll happen is if I read all of them and I start giving my opinions about it, man, it'll bog down the show. Yeah, it's just too much. It's just too much for us to discuss on this show and at that level. It's just too much, man. But keep them coming. I'll read your chat, but I probably won't reply or comment too much about them for the rest of the day. All right, when we get back from the break, man, it is 2001. We'll continue with the sports talk. We'll continue with the chat. This is the Doug Stewart Show.